A fungus is like in a kingdom all its own. It's not an animal, it's not a vegetable. It doesn't have chlorophyll. That means it has to live off of something else. Forest pathology people think that fungus is very important to the health of the forest. Always smell a mushroom. This one, yes, it's a mushroom. Some are petite and wonderful. I want to smell it. This has white gills. It has white spores. And if you look at the stem of it, it's like a horsehair. Oh, I love this. If it's too hot or too cold for a species, nothing will happen. If it's just the right humidity and moisture content, a species will fruit. If it's too dry or too wet, things shut down. There's soil chemistry, both true chemicals such as nutrients and also pH. So you have to know all of these factors. The women you'll see at the fair, they do the dyeing. This is their #1 choice for mushroom dyeing. It's called Phaeolus schweinitzii. Uh-oh, whoa! This one's going to perform for us. See how it's staining me? Wow. Another group of mushrooms that's fairly common in redwoods belong to the genus Lepiota. I can tell it's a Lepiota. See the white gills, like Amanitas. It also had a ring, which is barely hanging on there. But you see the coloration on this one? That's what this mushroom does, and it did it without me interfering. Get you out, baby. This is just bigger stuff than we saw before. Got the same smell. Many of them have an umbo with color. That's an outie, okay? A bump. And that bump tells us the color. I mean the species. The color of that bump. There's one that's black, real easy to spot. They all have these minute little scales. And under the microscope, they look like plates. They all have white gills. See how they're free? There's a circle around the stem. White spores. Then you have to do this bit to see what happens. Nothing's happening, and Lepiota cristates. It's one of those ubiquitous things we call an LBM. This is a little brown mushroom. We have about 4,000 species, rough estimate, in California. The number's growing because people keep finding new species. Of those, some are found elsewhere in the United States, and some are worldwide in distribution. And of course, California is a very, very complicated biological area, so there are many, many different situations for mushrooms in the state. This species only grows in grass. Its Latin name goes perfectly with this color. It's called egg yolk. We're having a contest for the smallest mushroom.
Lordy me.
There's a species of Mycena on that little tiny fragment. Wow. Wow. The vegetative part of the fungus is underground or in the wood. You don't usually see it. And what happens is the fruiting body comes out. Let's say it's a chanterelle. That would be analogous to an apple. The spores, which are all microscopic, on that chanterelle would be the seeds.
They have distinct smells. Some of them, there's one species of mushroom that actually has a green corn smell, and a few of them have this Clorox smell, and some of them have an almondy smell. So the smell is actually one of the few, one of the clues to your mushroom genus or species.
There's no way that you could be poisoned by touching a mushroom or smelling it. The only lethal toxins in California have to be ingested. We don't get too many surprises, but when we do, it causes a lot of stir. Most of the mushrooms that are here are old friends, so to speak, and when people bring mushrooms into the fungus fair for identification, we're usually not too surprised. But every once in a while, we get that surprise.
We are looking at all the characters on each mushroom that comes through, and then we're taking that combination of characters to help us identify it. Is it viscid? Is it dry? Is it striate? Is it not? The color of the spores? How do the gills attach? Is there a partial veil on the stem or not? Is there a universal veil or not? You name it. There's a set of 100 or more characters that you look at, and then you take combinations of those characters, and they tell you what they are. Like this thing here grows underground. It's a hypogeous fungus. It's got smooth white interior with little tiny holes, little tiny locules in there. It's a rhizopogon species, and it's got little reddish stains on the veins right there, and an ochraceous color here. That's Rhizopogon ocraceorubens, which means ochraceous and reddening.
Are certain species more toxic than others?
Yes, absolutely. Most species that are toxic cause gastrointestinal irritation and act like an emetic. You vomit, get sick, flu symptoms, and that kind of stuff. For the vast majority of poisonous mushrooms, but some of them are worse than that. Taste wonderful, and then you die.
If somebody thinks they got poisoned by a mushroom, what should they do?
Go to the emergency room and talk to the doctors there. Best thing they should do. And if they really are poisoned by a mushroom, then the mushroom, and save the mushroom, unless they cooked it all up, save some of the dinner. We can still identify them, even if it's sauteed in butter and placed in a cream sauce. But they need to save some of it, take it with them to the hospital.
How expensive are edible mushrooms?
The most expensive mushroom in the world right now is the white truffle, and it comes from Italy. They're about $1,200 a pound.
Why are they that much? Because they're so rare?
They're very sought after. They're very rare, and people want them. And the only way that you can find them, a truffle lives underground, and so you can't see it. It's under the dirt. And so you have to either have a pig or a dog that's trained to sniff out these truffles, because they put out a really strong odor. And that's the reason why people want them, is because of this odor that they put out to attract the animals. So truffle hunters train beagles typically to go out and sniff out the mushrooms. They used to use only pigs, but the problem with pigs are that they try to eat them real quick. Before the hunter can get them away, they try to consume the truffle, and so it just turned out to be easier to use the dogs.